Good morning. It is Sunday, December 15th, 2024. I'm Karen Kanakanui, Age-Wise AI. We are halfway through 31 days of AI magic, simple solutions for everyday living. And today I thought we would, December is a time when, in addition to travel and holiday stuff and being with family and cooking and all that, there's this little January that's hanging out there. And one of the common resolutions people make is that they're going to declutter their home. So I thought we would let our friend Perplexity help us today in thinking about decluttering for the beginning of the year. So we're going to start off by saying, I need to declutter my home and have no idea where to start. It's overwhelming. Okay, so we're going to approach it methodically and with a clear plan. All right, here's a guide. So set your intentions. Pick specific areas, gather supplies, trash bags, boxes, or bags. Choose a starting point. Start small. I like that. Sort items into categories. Work in chunks. Okay. 20 to 30 minutes at a time. Maintain momentum. And then follow through once you've sorted through an area, clean the spaces, and then stay motivated. Make it routine, and then there's additional tips. If you're unsure about certain items, consider creating a maybe box where you can temporarily store items. Yeah, that makes it too easy to put things in there. Okay, so let's go back up here and see if we were going to, this is what I always say about AI, is you just don't stop at the first level of answers you get back. You want to go back and ask the next question. So let's go through this. Let's say I wanted to say, please say more about one above. How do I choose where to start? Does it make sense to start with most cluttered or least cluttered? So is it going to give me some strategies to help decide whether I want to start with the high impact areas, such as a bedroom or common areas? It gives you some ways to assess what the current clutter level is. Some people like to start with less. Some people like to start with more, just to make a significant impact. And then, of course, there's whatever personal connection you feel towards any given space. Create a plan. Set clear goals. Trial and error. Okay. So let's say I go through this and I say, okay, I'm going to start with kitchen. How long do spices and yeast packages and foils and stuff like that last? Do I throw everything out that's past its date? Okay, so then it gives you some ideas about how long dried spices generally retain their best flavor for about 1 to 3 years, and dried herbs last 1 to 2. Unopened packages, once opened, fresh yeast, right? Oils, cooking oils, they have this shelf life, storage tip, expiration guidelines. And then again, here's the related question, similar that you would have if you were doing a search on Google or something, you would get some related questions or questions people also ask. Okay, so let's say I'm going to start with the kitchen and say pots, pans, and dishes. I have too many. How do I decide what to keep? Okay. And then it gives us some criteria for decluttering pots, pans, and dishes, assess frequency of use, evaluate the condition, size and storage, match with your cooking style, set limits, consider sentimental value. Yes, that's true. And then involve others. Okay. This is just an idea of the kinds of pieces that you would think about when you're actually dealing with an AI tool. And I mean, I would think some of this would be helpful. The idea that you would have the daily use pieces and then you have occasional use, like a large roasting pan or a bread maker or things like that, probably don't use every day. Let's go back and ask a question about 4. Is this the idea of items that spark joy? Marie Kondo style? Or is there another way to sort items? Yes, so the spark joy, that's one approach, but here are some other. If that doesn't call your name, you can go for frequency of use, condition assessment, discard anything that's broken, damaged, or no longer functional. And then you can sort items into categories. You're going to end up with categories anyway: keep, donate, sell, and trash. And that can help you streamline. Space considerations, that's another thing to consider. Sentimental value. And then I like this. I used to do this with clothes and my children, one in, one out rule. To maintain a manageable collection moving forward, adopt the rule of discarding one item for every new item. In our case, we would just go through every season's clothes and get rid of what was no longer the right size or they were interested in or they fit their style before we bought any new clothes in for that season. That's our tip for today. Decluttering your life, moving towards the new year. And I'm Karen Kanakadewey. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.